Hello everyone, welcome to Lukman IAS. Today we are going to discuss a very important and very interesting topic, that is international relations through previous year questions of UPSC prelims examination. So let us quickly move and see the topics that we are going to cover during today's discussion. Okay, so today we are going to cover the G20 members. We will understand about international agreements. Then we will look into International Atomic Energy Agency. We will understand some international institutions. Then we will look into the India's trade with South Asian economies. Okay, and these topics are relevant from the UPSC syllabus that says current events of national and international importance. Okay, so having understood this, let us take the first question for the day. Okay, let us read this question. This question says, in which one of the following groups are all the four countries members of G20? Okay, simply in this question they are saying that like there is a grouping which is known as G20, and in which of these, right, all these members are part of the G20 grouping. Okay, so we have to find out, that particular option where all the members are part of G20. Okay, so we have to eliminate other options. Let us see the first option, which says Argentina, Mexico, South Africa and Turkey. Yes, all these members are all these countries are members of G20 grouping. If we take the second option that says Australia, Canada, Malaysia and New Zealand, New Zealand is not a member of G20. Even Malaysia is not a member of G20. Okay, if we talk about the option C, here it says Brazil, Iran, Saudi Arabia and Vietnam. Okay, so here Iran and Vietnam are not members of G20 grouping. If we see option D, it says Indonesia, Japan, Singapore and South Korea. Okay, here Singapore is not a member of G20. So all other options are incorrect. The correct option is option A. Here in the solution, okay, so like here you can see the solution. In the solution, what I have done, I have included those countries that are member of G20. Okay, here you can simply locate Argentina. Okay, is there Argentina? Yes, this is Argentina. If we talk about Mexico, is there Mexico in this particular thing? Yes, this is Mexico. Okay, if we talk about South Africa, okay, do we have South Africa over here? Yes, South Africa is there. If we talk about Turkey, do we have Turkey? Yes, there is Turkey. So option A is correct for this particular question. And here this is the mapping. Okay, this particular map includes those countries that are members of G20. Okay, so the countries have been highlighted over here in this map. Now let us take the next question for the day. Let us read this question first. Let us try to understand what this question says. It says, consider the following pairs. Okay, on one side we are given international agreements or setup. On the other side we are given the subject matter. Okay, number one, it says Alma-Ata Declaration. Okay, Alma-Ata Declaration. So the subject matter is healthcare of the people. Yes, this is correct. Okay, why this is correct? Because Alma-Ata Declaration is an international, this particular declaration was signed in the International Conference on Primary Health Care. Okay, and so this was signed in Almaty in Kazakhstan in 1978. Okay, this particular declaration. Okay, so I will discuss about it. It was signed. Okay, if we talk about this first one, it was signed in Almaty. Okay, Almaty is the name of a place. Okay, in Kazakhstan. In Kazakhstan in the year of 1978. Okay, why this particular Alma-Ata Declaration was signed? It was signed related to primary health care. Okay, it was an international conference related to primary health care. Okay, primary health care. And the thing is, in this particular conference, in the Alma-Ata Declaration, what they have said, like, the Alma-Ata Declaration has urged all these stakeholders, okay, like government, subnational government, and like health service providers and all, they have urged all these stakeholders to promote and protect primary health of all the people. Okay, so that's why like statement 1 is correct. If 1 is correct, we can eliminate some of the options. We can eliminate option, we can eliminate option B, and we also can eliminate option D. Okay, we have already eliminated 2 options now. Now let us talk about the second statement, which says Hague Convention. It is like in front of it is mentioned biological and chemical weapons. Okay, so Hague Convention is not associated with biological and chemical weapons. Hague Convention is associated with various kinds of conventions, but it is not associated with biological and chemical weapons. So apart from this, on what matters do we have Hague Convention? We have Hague Convention on the civil aspects of international child abduction. Okay, we have Hague Convention on, okay, I'm writing all of it, Hague Convention on, okay, civil aspect, okay, civil aspects of international child abduction. Okay, child abduction. Apart from this, we also have Hague Convention for protection of cultural property in the event of armed conflict. Okay, so that's why statement 2 is incorrect. If we talk about statement 3, Talauna Dialogue, global climate change. Yes, this one is correct. Okay, Talauna Dialogue is related to global climate change, because Talauna Dialogue was adopted during the UN Climate Change Conference COP23. Okay, that was held in Bonn, Germany in the year of 2017. Okay, so what do we mean? What is the meaning of this particular word which is known as Talauna? Okay, what is the meaning of this word which is known as Talauna? Okay, Talauna is a word from Fiji. Okay, it is a word from Fiji, and it means inclusive, participatory and transparent dialogue. Okay, what it means? It means inclusive, okay, participatory and transparent dialogue, okay, dialogue. Okay, so under this particular Talauna Dialogue, what they have done, they have created this particular dialogue to share stories, build empathy, and to make wise decisions for the collective good. Okay, so that's why Talauna Dialogue is correct. So if this option is correct, so we can directly jump to the answer. 1 and 3 should be there in the answer. So option C is correct. If we talk about under two collision, so what does under two collision stand for? Okay, what does under two collision stands for? So under two collision is related to climate action. Okay, it is related to climate action. Okay, in line with the Paris Agreement. And here what they have done, they have signed agreements with the subnational government. What do we mean by subnational government? In India we have state governments. Okay, so we have 2 states that are part of this Talauna Dialogue, okay, that are part of this under two coalition. Okay, who are those states? One of the state is Chhattisgarh. Okay, one of the state is Chhattisgarh. Okay, and another is Telangana. Okay, Telangana, Chhattisgarh and Telangana are part of the under two coalition, and so the signatories of the under two coalition, they have committed to themselves that they will put their effort to reduce the change in the global temperature. They want to keep the global temperature rise well below 2 degrees centigrade. Okay, so that's why, and they will try to bring it down to 1.5 degrees centigrade rise as compared to the pre-industrial level. So that's why option C is correct for this question. Now let us take the third question for the day. Okay, let us take the third question. Let us read this question first. In India, okay, it says, in India, why are some nuclear reactors kept, okay, under IAEA safeguards while others are not? Okay, it is saying IAEA. What does IAEA stand for? IAEA stands for International Atomic Energy Agency. Okay, IAEA stands for International, okay, International Atomic, okay, Atomic Energy Agency. Energy Agency. Okay, so they are asking why some nuclear reactors are kept outside the purview of International Atomic Energy Agency, while other reactors are, under the, safeguard or under the vigilance of the International Atomic Energy Agency. They have given some options. Option A says some use uranium and others use thorium. Okay, this is not a right answer. Okay, option B, some use imported uranium and others use domestic supplies. Yes, this one is correct. Okay, option C, some are operated by foreign enterprises and others are operated by domestic enterprises. This is not correct. Option D, some are state owned and others are privately owned. This is also incorrect. Okay, correct option is option B, that some are imported uranium, some use imported uranium while others use, domestic supplies. Why this is the case? Because the thing is, like, if we talk about, okay, if we talk about the nuclear reactors, okay, if we talk about nuclear reactors in India, okay, nuclear reactors are used for civilian purposes, for generation of electricity. Okay, so it uses some kind of material that are fissile in nature. Okay, that are fissile in nature, fissile material. Okay, it uses fissile material, and so if it uses fissile material, then some of the fissile material are imported from outside, some of the material are, sourced from within the country. Okay, so there are fissile material that are sourced from outside. What we do, we source some of the, some of the material from outside. What do we mean by outside? Means like we are importing from other countries, we are importing from other countries. So the thing is, the International Atomic Energy Agency wants to make it sure that the imported uranium or imported fissile material are not used for military purposes. It is used only for the civilian purposes, and for that purpose, whatever, whatever fissile material we are importing and in whichever reactor it is being used, so those reactors are under the International Atomic Energy Agency safeguards. Okay, at this point of time we have 22 operational, okay, we have 22 operational nuclear reactors in India. Okay, we have 22 operational nuclear reactors in India. Okay, reactors in India. And apart from this, you already know that IAEA stands for International Atomic Energy Agency. So correct answer for this question is option B. This question was taken from set A of 2020. Okay, now let us talk about the next question for the day. Okay, this question says, gold trench or reserve trench refers to option A, a loan system of the World Bank. No, it is not a loan system of the World Bank. Option B, one of the operations of a central bank. No, it is not an operation of the central bank. Central bank means they are referring to Reserve Bank of India in case of India. Okay. Option C, a credit system granted by WTO to its members. No, this is also not correct. Option D, a credit system granted by IMF, International Monetary Fund, to its members. Okay, you might be knowing one thing, that like International Monetary Fund is an international organization. Okay, IMF is an international organization, and so what happens, like IMF mandates that every member, okay, every member of IMF should have a quota with IMF. Quota means these member countries, have some of their money, okay, in IMF. Okay, they have invested some of the money, not invested, they have kept their money in the IMF, and the money is kept in two forms. Okay, in one of the form is in the form of domestic currency. Let's consider India is a member of IMF. Yes, India is a member of IMF. So India may keep some of its money with IMF, like, in Indian rupee term, and at the same time it is also mandated that like you can only keep, domestic currency in IMF up to a limit of 75%, and the rest 25% should be maintained either in the international currency or in gold form, and that particular thing is known as gold trench. Okay, that is known as gold trench. Okay, that is known as gold trench, which is also known as reserve trench. It is also known as reserve trench. Okay, it means the same. What do we mean by gold tranche or reserve tranche? Okay, so every member, okay, members have some quota, okay, members have some quota with, okay, International Monetary Fund, and so 75% of that particular quota is maintained using domestic currency, okay. It is mandated that at least 25% of that particular quota should be maintained in the form of gold, or it should be maintained in international currency, okay, currency format, international currency format. Okay, this is the thing, and this particular quota acts as an emergency account, okay, that the IMF members can access without agreeing to the conditions or paying a service charge. Okay, so that's why option D is correct for this question. Now let us talk about the fifth question for the day. Okay, this is going to be the last question. Let us read it. It says, consider the following statements. Okay, statement 1, the value of, okay, statement 1 says the value of Indo-Sri Lanka trade has consistently increased in the last decade. Okay, if we talk about Indo-Sri Lanka trade, okay, so I'm just using, you know, another color pen. Okay, if we talk about Indo-Sri Lanka trade, okay, Indo-Sri Lanka trade, then the Indo-Sri Lanka trade, although, you know, was something like this, means like, you know, it was increasing, it was decreasing, it was increasing, it was decreasing. Okay, so what happened over here, that, like, you know, there was a gradual increase, but the thing is, sometimes it was increasing and sometimes it was decreasing. Okay, but there was an overall increase. So the thing is, there was continuous fluctuation, okay, and there was an overall increase, but they are saying it has consistently increased in the last decade. Okay, so it has not consistently increased. Okay, sometimes it has increased, sometimes it has decreased. Okay, if you want to learn more, you can search, you know, about the Indo-Sri Lanka trade. It is there in the economic survey as well. Okay, and if we talk about the statement 2, statement 1 is incorrect, so we can eliminate option A, we can eliminate option D. Okay, so if we read the statement 2, it says textile and textile articles constitute an important item of trade between India and Bangladesh. Yes, this is correct. Okay, so textile and textile articles constitute an important item of trade between India and Bangladesh. This is correct. So option D is correct, and option, you know, C is automatically eliminated. You know, statement 3 says, in the last 5 years, Nepal has been the largest trading partner of India in South Asia. No, it was not, it is not Nepal. Okay, it is, instead it is, you know, Bangladesh. Okay, so India, Bangladesh, it is Bangladesh which is, you know, the largest trading partner of India, you know, from South Asia. Okay, so correct answer for this question is option B. Okay, so that's all that I had to discuss with you for the day. Thank you so much everyone for attending the session. I hope you have a great day ahead.